Hey guys, your friendly sailing man here. I heard this story on the way home, and I just now checked it out, and I really want to talk about it. This stand your ground stuff. I have been noticing lately, as I'm listening to, I don't really watch TV, but I listen to radio and stuff like that. I've been hearing a lot of stories about gun violence, a lot of gun people shooting stuff, and I really think it's the thin end of the wedge, and they're really going to start trying to get rid of some of the gun laws that we have now. And now, this one guy, which is kind of funny, he wants to repeal in South Carolina stand your ground thing, and what he it's kind of funny because I thought I was actually a little worried until I come home and saw the video clip. And he wants to repeal it. He says, I just want to repeal parts of it, but then really he just wants to repeal all of it. Basically, if you have like they have up north, if you can retreat, you need to retreat. Like say a burglar runs in my house, I need to run out the back door. So, I mean, I don't know. So if somebody's beating my head in, like a 17-year-old is beating my head in my driveway, I can't, defend myself. So, and then he goes, got this little girl in there that goes, I'll let it run, and I'll kind of comment as we go. It's kind of bullshit, man.
Well, Diana, today State Representative Bakari Sellers spoke to a crowd of folks here at Reedy River Missionary Baptist Church in Malden about wanting to make some changes to that proposal. Now, he says that parts of the Stand Your Ground law really needs to be revised here in South Carolina. The public outrage began last month when Trayvon Martin was shot and killed while walking home from the store. The man who says he shot Martin claims self-defense. It's a case that has captured national attention, and now South Carolina State Representative Bakari Sellers.
Check out this crowd.
Review this
he got like 12 people.
Supporters who came out to hear him today seem to agree.
I'm not in agreement with the law as it is written.
I feel like more people will just use their guns just because maybe I'm walking in their yard.
So get the fuck out of their yard.
Something similar could happen in South Carolina. That's why he wants
you walking in people's yards for?
Revisions to the
well, ain't nobody in the place.
Full repeal, which will mean we will have traditional common law self-defense where you
Orangeburg.
can defend yourself
Well,
if you don't have any other alternatives.
Right now, South Carolina's law, like Florida's Stand Your Ground, says if you have a reasonable belief wherever you are that your life is in danger, you can use deadly force. But one upstate politician doesn't agree with making the changes.
Justice needs to take its course in Florida. We don't know the whole story, and it's rushing to change statutes in South Carolina based on what
right on Bruce Bannerston.
Florida, I think would be a mistake.
Now, coming up next week, a hearing will be held on these new proposals that Representative Bakari Sellers is making on this Stand Your Ground bill here in South Carolina. Now, coming up later in our newscast, I asked him if he really thinks this law could change, some changes could be made in South Carolina. So we're going to hear what he has to say coming up later in this newscast.
Oh, hell no.
Now, Greg, no matter what happens, I would imagine this will be a hot button issue. This is something that people will feel very strongly about. Gun owners will feel very strongly one way, and then the people at the meeting tonight may feel very, very differently. What was the mood like in the crowd tonight? Was it a general consensus that they were supporting this bill?
Well, most people here tonight were, of course, in support of Bakari Sellers, but, a couple people I spoke to told me they just really wanted to come out and hear what he had to say, get a clear.
So there's only like two people. If a couple people wanted to hear what he had to say.
I also want to know what is on
there was nobody in there.
One person I spoke to told me he didn't even know that there was a Stand Your Ground law in South Carolina until all of this stuff that happened in Florida with Trayvon Martin.
All right, definitely some good information tonight, Greg. Thanks for updating us on that.
They acting like it's a bad thing. Which is not. You stand your ground means basically I don't have to run. I got bad knees, okay? I'm a big, fat man. I ain't running. Alright? I can run a little bit. But I'm not running out of my house. You come in my house, you're dead. I'm going to knock your dick in the dirt. Let's change the law if y'all want to. I'm not giving up my damn house. My house is my castle. That's the way it is. I don't shoot everybody comes through my yard. That's stupid, okay? I mean, I've got neighborhood kids I got an old international car out there, a truck. I got kids in and out. I'm not shooting at them. I mean, I got neighborhood kids going to do what neighborhood kids do, I gotta keep them off my boat all the time. So, nobody's shooting somebody because they walk through the damn yard. That is so retarded. That shit just kind of pisses me off, So, and they just made it sound like he's just Trayvon Martin was. I mean, nobody knows what happened with the whole Trayvon Martin crap, but there's been saying at the beginning of this newscast like he was just on his way home from the grocery store or the little convenience store. All right. Okay, I'm sure there's a little bit more to it than that, but he was just shot while being black. That was the only reason he got shot. I don't know the whole thing. I don't know. I'm not really getting into the whole what things, but keep the damn stand your ground law, you know? Because that's, I mean, because if not, you shoot somebody, and they're gonna say, well, you could have retreated. You could have jumped out of the window, you know? Well, I'm on the second floor. Well, you could have done it, you know? If he come in the front door, you need to go out the back door. Bullshit. Alright, knuckle bump.
Shh. Knuckle bump.